The Earth is hollow, and there are people living inside.
Okay.
I'm Sam Blihar.
And I'm Lucy Blihar. And this is Conspiracy Central.
So everybody thinks that we live on the outside of the Earth, right?
Well, we do.
And everybody thinks that there's a hot core in the center of the Earth.
Right, because there is.
Well, what if I told you it was hollow and there's a peaceful civilization of humanoids inside?
I would be glad that they were peaceful, but I absolutely do not believe you, and you're gonna have to really convince me on this one.
Well, there are some very convincing points to be made.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so when I was little, I kind of thought that we lived on the inside of the Earth. I was researching this topic, and I was very relieved to hear that there are people living on the inside of the Earth. And I was right, and they're peaceful.
Okay.
And they can live for thousands of years.
Okay, I'm gonna need a lot of convincing to believe that this one is true. Because we all know that the Earth has a core and is full of lava. I just simply don't buy it.
Well, just open up your mind a little bit.
Well, give me some proof.
Okay, well, it all started in 1947. Actually, it started thousands of years ago, but we started learning about it in 1947 when Admiral Byrd was flying over the North Pole.
Suspicious name, but
like a bird.
Keep on going.
So he was flying over the North Pole. His plane was taken over by disc-like ships in the sky.
Okay.
And it was landed for him by this group of people who were peaceful and friendly called the Agarthans.
And were they like human looking?
They were human looking. Without getting too into it, they had slightly green skin, slightly sparkly skin due to the water that they drink and the lack of sunlight that they receive from living in the middle of the Earth.
They sound like vampires from Twilight.
Yeah, but they don't they're very friendly.
Okay, but he was flying above the Earth on the outside of the crust of the Earth.
Right.
So this is still like outside world problems.
Okay, but when they took control of his plane, they brought him into the Earth. And
how though? Like where?
Well,
into a hole?
There are openings. As you can see, there's a big opening at
It's a little exaggerated.
It's a little exaggerated, but let me ask you this. When do you ever hear about the North Pole or Antarctica? When do you ever see photos of it?
But also, no one's gonna go to the North Pole because there's nothing fun to do there.
Exactly, that's what they want us to think. Because what if the most fun thing to do is there?
I am so impressionable that I'm like already willing to believe this.
So there's this land called Agartha in the middle of the Earth, and it's very beautiful. And these people here promote peace. So the reason they kidnapped Admiral Byrd was to use him as an ambassador to tell the military and the rest of the world to stop making nuclear bombs. What I found interesting was that 20 years earlier was Operation High Jump. Operation High Jump was the largest operation ever sent to Antarctica. It was 4,000 military personnel. They were sent there to map it all and to learn about it and start doing research.
Okay, so it was like a government-funded thing.
So then the Admiral Byrd thing happens. And then Operation Deep Freeze happens, where the US goes and sets up military bases on Antarctica and the North Pole.
And can we confirm this?
Yeah.
Like on a government level, we can confirm this? That this happened?
Probably. I just find it suspicious, okay, that after this happens, the military says, let's go to this land where there's no conflict, where there are no people living, where there are no valuable resources, and set up bases for what?
So the government sent a bunch of soldiers to Antarctica, but we've never heard about this. Like, I've never learned about this.
Right.
So why was it kept so secret?
Well, that's my whole point. I think that it was kept so secret because there's a really big, hollow, big secret to keep. Have you ever heard of Nazis? Adolf Hitler, who was the chief Nazi, was apparently obsessed with UFOs, ancient history, and mysticism. And so a letter was discovered by a soldier on a German U-boat that says they reached the interior of the Earth and they don't want to come back because it's so beautiful.
Wait, when was this discovered?
After World War II. You know what's funny is when I think back on the programming I received in elementary school, we just had like a week about the center of the Earth. They were like, it's really hard, it's really hot, you'll never go there. We're done.
And then we read that book in high school, remember Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne?
Yeah.
That book scared me so much.
Racist.
It's not.
Okay.
I'm French.
Oh.
I'm allowed to do the accent.
Okay, cool. Okay, so anyway.
Okay, so you're saying that there are Nazis in the center of the Earth, and one of them sent a letter that said, we're never coming back?
Well,
so they're still down there?
I don't know if they're still down there, but they created this map, and I translated some of these sentences, and they're very excited about it.
Do you know anything about the civilization in Agartha? Is it capitalistic?
What's really cool is that they can live for thousands of years because they aren't exposed to direct sunlight.
I'm not completely convinced convinced that the center of the Earth is hollow just because there's so much science that says it's not. Having dated a scientist,
Crazy one.
Yeah, that's true. He was actually a mad scientist.
Okay.
Never mind.
UFOs, I always wonder why we never see them coming in from the atmosphere. What if they're just coming from the inside of the Earth and they're already here?
That's something, but I also think that if they have the advanced technology to visit our planet, then they probably have cloaking mechanisms.
That's true.
Because like MK Ultra, the US figured out how to cloak ships, so like aliens obviously have also figured out how to cloak ships.
Yeah, they definitely have.
Here's something that I think really can discount this theory. The North Pole is a big floating chunk of ice. So how, if there was a hole in it leading down, you would just eventually get to water, right?
This is Conspiracy Central, Lucy. I don't have all the answers.
This one, I don't think I'm buying.
Okay, Lucy. So the Earth is hollow. There are friendly, peaceful humanoids inside. The reason we can't go to the North Pole or Antarctica without a permit is because there are places they don't want us to see.
Okay. I'm gonna say with this one, I'm just simply not convinced that there's a pole hole that we can access. I'm just saying, me no believe. Me no believe this theory.
Well, maybe me go to Antarctica and me prove it.
Yeah, let me know what you find. I'm Lucy Blehar.
And I'm Sam Blehar.
And thanks for watching Conspiracy Central.
Oh shoot, there's so many entrances.
This is what I was asking you about.
Okay, so apparently you can get in through the Pyramid of Giza. You can get in through the Kentucky Mammoth Cave. You can get in Brazil. Oh my God, you can get in through multiple different pyramids. That actually kind of makes sense.
That would have been a good point to bring up.